Hey guys, Marsningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today is a subject that many people will have been looking forward to or dreading, depending on your experience with the Tournament of Power saga of Dragon Ball Super, and that is that we finally have a Ribrianne card in the game. She is, of course, Super Ribrianne, her final form, if you don't count the giant one, I suppose. Maybe they'll save that for a future Dokkan Awakening. We can only hope, right? So she is now a free-to-play unit that is the Peppy Gals category leader. She now is the best leader skill unit for a Peppy Gals category. Before, the only unit we had that technically had a Peppy Gals leader skill was Urine, but Caulifla, who is in the category, had a much better leader skill than her. And now that we have Ribrianne, her leader skill is Ki +3, HP attack and defense 77%, which is even better than the awakened Caulifla, which is only on JP. Hers, I believe, is Ki +2 and stats 70%. So this Ribrianne is now the best Peppy Gals category leader unit in the game. She has two super attacks. She works kind of like Buhan, where she has a chance to do a second different super attack. So she does the Ribrianne Super Amour Shower, or Ribrianne Eternal Love with a 30% chance. So the normal super attack is supreme damage. The Eternal Love is supreme damage with greater power, so it says SA plus 60%. So it clarifies down here. It raises the SA multiplier by 60%, so it goes it'll be 130% to 190%. Only during that attack. The boost doesn't affect additional super attacks. That's interesting. If you're putting orbs into her, additionals obviously always good for doing extra damage, but you won't benefit from any extra bonus. So her passive skill is very interesting. Attack and defense plus 15% per Peppy Gals character ally on the team. So that means even with her low leader skill, so double leads for her is going to be 154%. So if you put her on a Super STR team under Super Saiyan 4 Goku, she's going to be getting 240% from the leader skill. But on her own team, if the team is full of Peppy Gals, then she's going to be getting a 105% bonus to her stats anyway, which actually puts her above 240%. So if you put her on a Super STR team, for her to actually be better than on the Peppy Gals team, you're going to have to include at least 2 or 3 Peppy Gals units on the Super Strength team, which would probably just, to be honest, overall lower the effectiveness of that team. So she's probably only really useful on the Peppy Gals or Universe Survival Saga team. Nice that she is free to play and drops from an event, so it's another free to play unit for that team for the Goku or Frieza LR events. And also, part of her passive, she recovers 7,777 HP per Rainbow Key Sphere, which is nice. The Tech Bulma that should be a staple on your Peppy Gals team if you have her. She's a great tank. She also heals with Rainbow Orbs, but not quite as much, so you can prioritise those orbs for Ribrianne. She has Battlefield Diva, which she'll share with most of the team. Metamorphosis, the Innocence, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, and Tournament of Power. So some of the other units will have Tournament of Power. I think 1 or 2 might have the Innocence, depending on who you choose to use, but some of these will be dead links unless you're making a Universe Survival Saga team with people like Topo from the Justice, the Pride Troopers even. But yeah, so that's a basic cover of her stats and abilities. We're going to jump into some gameplay now and see if the newly updated Peppy Gals team can actually beat a Dokkan event. We're going to take on the Merge Zamasu event, because it seems pretty fitting to have the Goddess of Love taking on a god of pure evil and destruction. So going to see if the team has what it takes to make it through a Dokkan event. This was definitely one of the tougher ones around the time when it came out. It's kind of hard to try and decide one to choose, because we obviously don't want to take on an event that was too hard on the off chance that the team completely fails. But I think we should be okay with this one. So we want to get Kefla and Caulifla on a rotation together, so let's put you there. Ribrianne is going to go first, soak up some damage, and we'll see what she can hit for. Mine is obviously farmed up to Super Attack 10, but she doesn't have any orb investment in her, so this is just a bit of a showing of what she can do without any investment. So 269k with type advantage is definitely not bad for a free-to-play unit. We've definitely seen worse, and she takes 35k from a Super Attack. Again, not too bad with the type advantage there. My Caulifla is Rainbow Star, so she should be the MVP of this event. Hopefully getting some crits, because obviously once we get to the merged Zamasu phase, he is a tech type, so let's go with that, because we want to get the all these physical orbs with Kefla to raise her attack. And then of course we've got Pandel, who is a great support unit. She's pretty much a staple on fusions and super int teams because of her great attack raising passive. And there we go, we get the 30% chance to hit the super heart attack. It didn't seem to do much more damage than the arrows though. The friend one again is super attack 10 with no orb investment. But Kefla finishes him off, so now he's still just normal Zamasu, so tech, let's put them like that, take advantage of Bulma's blocking, grab a little bit of a heal there as well. In fact, let's just do that as well, get a little bit more healing from the Bulma. How much does the Bulma heal? Is it the same? Oh yeah, so it's the exact same amount of healing. So we've essentially got 3 healers on the team, as long as we can get hold of plenty of rainbow orbs. So that's pretty nice. We won't bother with any items this turn, since we've got the Bulma and her tanking ability. So Ribrianne 160k against the tech Zamasu. Not bad considering Bulma. Bulma's obviously more of a defensive unit, but Bulma is the Rainbow Star and she didn't hit quite as hard without a crit, so not bad. Damage mitigation passive coming in useful there as well. And then the Kimono 18 is just a support unit. If you weren't around for New Year's, she is a nice little free-to-play support unit. Gives 1 key, attack and defense 20%. She also has a nuking style passive, but it's not limited to physical orbs, which is nice, because obviously with Kefla on the team we want all the physical orbs possible to go to her. Let's see, so if we do that we can get 2 rainbow orbs, so let's do that, and let's use an Icarus, because the Kefla doesn't have as great a chance to dodge as Caulifla, and I know she can get pretty hard, hit pretty hard even, so I'll save the last one for the final phase. Final phase of Zamasu will definitely be interesting, because he is, as you may know, was the first Dokkan event who can actually super attack you twice in one turn, so definitely need to make sure we save some useful support items for him, but we're not doing too badly. Of course, Kefla now going to take a super attack, so I think the Icarus was definitely a good idea. We were definitely looking at around 90k there, so... Oh, and Caulifla gets the crit, almost takes him out, so Ribrianne with the Eternal Love going to put down Zamasu. Okay, so, he mad now. Inept gods who cannot purge evil are worthless. So, here we go. The final challenge for the Peppy Gals. So, definitely putting Bulma at the front there. That just makes sense. Can we get to any rainbow orbs? Not really. So, we'll focus on super attacks over anything else. And then we will... Bulma should tank quite nicely, so we'll use this so we can get a nice little extra bit of damage. And then can't get a super attack with Pandel, so we'll just grab her that. I wonder if we'll actually be able to get a Dokkan mode before the end. Well, we're doing fairly decent damage, so of course he's super attacking, but fortunately is on the Bulma. Will that tanking passive come into play? Ooh, no. So... At least I don't think so. 65 seems like a hell of a lot for her passive to have activated. So, but we only took the one super that turn, so that's fine. And then we're going to have to count on Caulifla's dodging abilities. Let's give ourselves a quick heal. Actually, let's use a barber. Let's not put up with this constant super attack nonsense. And let's grab this. So we can give Kefla all of those. And then we can even give Android 18 all of those, just to help her nuking passive. I've been feeding SR Android 17s into her, so she's super attack 5. Kefla getting the dodge, which is exactly why she's here. Didn't get the crit though, so Kefla, what can she do for us here? Again, my Kefla doesn't really have any orb investment. She is super attack 10. Obviously links really well with the Caulifla. And yes, she gets the additional super. So like many physical units, she gets that additional attack, but it's not guaranteed to be a super. So that's definitely what we need to see. Oh, and then she gets the dodge as well. So Kefla has a much lower dodge chance than Caulifla, which is why I put Caulifla first. But Kefla coming through there and getting the dodge. So let's see. My Ribrianne has slightly higher attack. I think I put like one orb into each 4 corners of her path, just because I like to have the star shining. So her stats are a little bit higher than the friend one. We can get 2 rainbows there as well. Let's get that defense up nicely. And then we will use our Icarus. It should hopefully take us through to the end. Oh yeah, there's a load more rainbows there as well. So you can see, even on a turn where we had all 3 units that need rainbows to heal us, we managed to pick up quite a lot overall. So get a nice amount of healing. Ribrianne's going to take a super attack here though, so fortunately we ushered some of those faces that she's making while Zamasu's pummeling her. As someone who doesn't really like Ribrianne and did not really enjoy any of the bits that she was part of in Super, I find that very amusing. So, and then we get the Eternal Love attack again, which is nice, 140k. Ooh. So the team's definitely taking a lot of damage. I feel like we probably picked a fairly reasonable event in terms of difficulty, because I think anything much harder than this one and we definitely would have struggled. So let's go for the heal and attack raise, since we've got our 2 heavier hitters on this rotation, and then we'll grab those. We've got Pandel as well, who buffing their attack, so hopefully Caulifla's going to put on a bit of a dodge for... Oh, hello. Is that... Yes, so Caulifla countering the super. No crit, but, you know, that's service to the cause right there. So she counters the super attack, fires off one of her own. Can she crit this time? Nope, but... And there's another dodge. Oh, is she going to dodge this one? She didn't counter it. Okay. Oh, this is going to do a lot, because we got type disadvantage. But this is the last hit of the turn, so 78k. Ooh. Okay, Kefla. Finish him off. 2 Patara fusions. Ooh. Does that mean... Oh yeah, there you go, the additional normal. I was going to say, does this mean Pandel's actually going to finish him off? But Kefla gets the additional normal, beats him down to the ground. So there you go, the Peppy Gals team conquering Merge Zamasu. Like I say, I feel like that's a pretty reasonable difficulty level of event for them to take on, because I did actually try off camera with a slightly harder event, and it was not successful. So I feel like that's a pretty decent level. Obviously, if you're free to play, you're probably going to have some of the units like the Bulma, the Urine from the Universal Survival Story event. There's not a lot of other free-to-play Peppy Gals until we get the update that JP got recently with the Kefla, Caulifla and Kale Awakenings, because they add in a free-to-play Caulifla and Kale, which definitely helps fill out the team. And the Kale, I believe, is a support unit for, well, not specifically for the Peppy Gals team, but for her team, so she would help as well. So we'll definitely do an updated version once those new units come out. But just wanted to show off Ribrianne and her leading the newly powered up Peppy Gals team. at least lets you take on some of the older events without much hassle. If we had more orbs into Kefla and maybe Ribrianne, it would have been a lot easier. You also don't really, I guess you don't really need to bring support units like Pandel and 18 if you have harder hitting units like the STR 18 that came around from the Bio Broly banner. KO unfortunately is not in the category, so she can't fit into the team, but they managed to do well. They defeated Zamasu, and that's all we expected of them, so definitely not bad. Not a bad little team. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Masked Ningen. Feel free to tweet me your summon pools or ideas on themes or teams you'd like to see in the future. I always like making random themed teams based on comments. There was a suggestion in the comments on my All Vegeta versus Goku video that I'm going to be making into a video, which will, I think, it might not go up tomorrow, because tomorrow I might live stream the Raditz story event as soon as it goes live, but it'll definitely be up in the next couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. We're on the road to 500 subs here at the channel, so hashtag 500 Mortals plan all over the comments, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.